Hello, my name is Tim Dyson, Chief Executive of Next 15 Communications Group. I'm pleased to introduce the results for the group that ended July 31st, 2009. The year saw the group revenues increase up to 65.4 million from 63.1 million, which I think, given the general economic climate, is a very good result. Profits, though, were down. Pre-tax profits were down to 3.1 million from 5.5 million. Adjusted profits were down to 5.3 million from 6.3 million. This is really as a result of the slowdown that we highlighted at the half-year position. At the half-year, we had reported very strong revenue growth in the first half-year and had warned of a slowdown in the second half. I'm pleased to say that slowdown was not quite as severe as we had expected, and that actually we did see a modest recovery towards the very end of the financial year, and that recovery has continued into the current financial year. Adjusted earnings followed the profit profile. They were down to 6.48p from 8.62p. This is in part as a result of the drop in profits, but I'm pleased to say that we also did quite a bit of work to improve the overall tax rate of the business, and that's now down to 28%, which should help us continue to improve earnings moving forward. From a cash position, many had forecast that, given our trading profile, we may drop into a modest debt at the end of the year, and especially given that we have been somewhat acquisitive. And I'm pleased to report that actually we ended the year cash positive with 1.8 million on our balance sheet. Since the year end, as I mentioned earlier, trading has continued to improve. We've won some notable wins in the US, Hewlett-Packard, VMware, and Autodesk, perhaps the most interesting to shareholders. But I think also since the year end, we've announced some interesting acquisitions. We announced the acquisition of M Booth in New York, which is a leading consumer agency with a very strong brand reputation in that market. We've also announced our intention to acquire the PR business from Upstream Asia. This is a business with presence in Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, and mainland China. That, assuming the deal closes in the next week or so, will form Byte's Asia Pacific operations and will turn that agency into a global business. And lastly, we've announced that we're going to be acquiring a further 30% of the policy business 463 Communications, which will take us to a majority position. We previously only owned 40% of that company. In all cases, really what we're doing is creating a very strong platform for growth for the future, and all should give shareholders a good feeling that the business is well placed to deliver growth in the current financial year.